Hello there, young Padawan. Welcome to Dreamlight Valley here on Greyman Gaming, the Star Wars edition. Yes, Star Wars has finally fully come to Dreamlight Valley. Well, not with characters, but with items, with props. And I'm so happy to have the Anakin Skywalker robes on. Check it out. So cool. Look at this. Well, it does that. Sorry, it pops up every now and again, and just a personal thing. No, let's not go adult there, Gray. Okay, we can turn it off, and we can put it back on, and it'll pop, and then use your. Look at this. Oh, there it goes. Sorry about that. Anyway, we do have the Star Wars stuff. May the Fourth be with you. It is coming up. And so the Star Wars stuff, the rest of it has been, we had some that was released last week. We now have some more that was released today in the shop. And we're going to look at that right now. Let's go to the shop. We have got, of course, I already bought it all. We've got the Padme Amidala Lakeside Ensemble from, of course, Naboo. Kind of style. You get the hairstyle, you get the shoes, you get the dress. I bought it. I won't be wearing it, but it's part of the Star Wars collection, and I had to have it. So we also have got Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Ensemble and the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. If you want to know the prices, $17.50 for the robes. It was I think it was the same for Amidala. Yep, 1750, and the lightsaber itself was 1750 as well. I think they should have put it all together in one and just went like 2300 or something. But Game Loft, they got to make every red cent they can. Everything else, of course, came from last week. We got R2D2 and the Naboo Villa and the interior. So that's the Star Wars stuff. Also today, you can pick up the Springtime Valley bundle where you can decorate your items, your stalls, and your wishing wells in springtime motif kind of thing. The Red Panda onesie. We have the Finding Nemo inspired outfit. I don't know how I got that stuff. That is what's going on today in the premium shop. So there you have it. Star Wars stuff is out and ready to go. My Star Path, I am just about done. Finding it a little bit hard. Mine for gems, mine for white gems. I got half and half, about half of them done. As far as rewards goes, I'm still I got the mini. And still working on. Oh, I have enough for this. I guess I can get rid of that now. There we go. Continue. I don't want to wear it. And so finally, I have got what's left. I've got the Daisy outfit, and I got the Court of Hearts gown left for the regular Star Path, and then we will jump down and do the bonuses. Got plenty of time. I will finish it very soon. And it's done, over with. I don't have to worry about it, and don't have to worry about rushing at the end like I did with the last couple. I think the current Star Paths are worth it. I mean, or the current Star Path is worth it. I think it's has a lot of nice items that I have collected. Of course, you can see here I've collected just about all of the Alice in Wonderland stuff. All right, lightsaber, time for you to go. And it's just getting annoying. And Alice in Wonderland, really cool stuff we have that I've collected from the Star Path and also from the store. A lot of Alice in Wonderland stuff in the in-game store, the Scrooge store that I have picked up. So there you have it. This is a really cool table. And Merlin, you gonna have a seat? Oh, do it! Come on! Oh yes, nice job, Merlin. Look at this. He's at my Alice in Wonderland table. Very nice. So that is what's going on in the shop today. Hope you enjoy the Star Wars stuff. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars is kicking ass lately, at least classic Star Wars. We're going to talk about that for a second. Revenge of the Sith. Now, Allie and I went to the movies the same day that, on the 25th, the same day that Revenge of the Sith was being released in theaters over the weekend, and we went to see. We made the. I guess I made the stupid mistake of going to see Until Dawn instead of Revenge of the Sith. Should have went, even though I've seen Revenge of the Sith probably 100 times um, in the last 20 years, because it is a 20-year-old movie. Uh, we should have went to see that in the theater instead of Until Dawn, because Until Dawn has absolutely nothing to do with the Until Dawn game other than namesake alone. It has a little bit, a couple of Easter eggs that are very tiny, very minuscule, but not. They wouldn't tell you if you didn't know that they're part of the Until Dawn game. But just a terrible movie, not fun at all. Blah blah blah. It was a snore fest. Anyway, Revenge of the Sith has been just cleaning up. Cleaning up. It has essentially, if you look at it from a certain point of view, get it? I put that, that's a Star Wars line if you don't know. A certain point of view. From a certain point of view, if you look at it, it has essentially beaten Snow White. Okay? It has essentially beaten Snow White. And definitely kicked the crap out of current Star Wars, which is just disgusting. I mean, Andor is so boring. Ali and I sat through the current 3 episodes last night, and I think I fell asleep 3 times. I was trying to. She wanted to watch it. I was not too excited about it. I love Star Wars was everything when I was a kid. I love Star Wars. Favorite movies of all time. And as I've grown older, they've always they've become more endearing. I don't know if it's my favorite movie of all time now. I think my favorite movie of all time is probably Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If you haven't seen that movie, you should watch it if you like those kinds of things. It's the Quentin Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It had Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, and I thought it was fantastic. Probably my favorite movie of all time. But Star Wars is up there. Star Wars, it probably ties with that because I'll always have a certain spot in my heart for the original Star Wars, for my heroes, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, that kind of thing, Chewbacca, all that stuff. Those were the classic Star Wars that I remember as a child that brought these great epic fantasies into my life and changed the way that that I saw childhood. I couldn't imagine life without Star Wars when I was a kid. I couldn't imagine without Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia and Stormtroopers and Darth Vader. I couldn't imagine life without them as a child now. I mean, it would be so boring. George Lucas created this great epic fantasy, this soap opera that you wanted to see, and he compared it when he was when he put these movies out there. He compared them to the westerns that when he was a kid he would go see on Saturdays at the Saturday matinees. Those kinds of exciting Star Wars deals. Now we're being handed Andor, which has sex in it. It has it's alluded that it has at least, and this is a small spoiler, but it has at least 2 scenes that I can recall in the last 6 episodes that have alluded to sex in Star Wars. And I know, listen, they have kids. We know that kids come from somewhere. Get it. But I don't want it in my Star Wars. I don't want reality in my Star Wars. You don't see Han Solo, jumping up from flying the Millennium Falcon saying, "Oh, I gotta poop," right? You don't see Han Solo using having to use the restroom. You don't see anyone having to use the restroom on Star Wars. It's not there. It's not there. You don't see Luke Skywalker saying, "May the Force be," "Oh, I gotta go. I gotta pee. Sorry, we'll do this in a second, Obi-Wan." It doesn't happen. There's no bathrooms in Star Wars. All right? There's none. They don't even talk about it. They don't even allude to the fact that they, that, excuse me, you know, you have the, the breathing from Darth Vader. Oh, Luke, I am your father. Oh, just a minute. I think I have to go pee. You don't get that. Pee I must. No, doesn't happen. It does not happen. So I don't want sex in Star Wars. Sorry, Tony Gilroy, you're a dumbass for adding this stuff in Andor. You're a dumbass because you and Kathleen Kennedy are killing my childhood. You're destroying Star Wars just to make your stupid statements. Don't want them, don't care, don't want to. And I know I have the choice to watch it. Listen, I love Star Wars. I want to give it a chance. There are some shows that are okay. I thought Obi-Wan was okay, right? I thought Obi-Wan was okay. Ahsoka would have been better without Rosario Dawson. I thought she was very stale, very dry, and her lightsaber stuff was very slow. She was just slow. If you watch, and I know she could never replicate a cartoon, but Ahsoka was quick and nimble, and Rosario is just slow. Just very slow, and she's not quick at all. Her character is very dry and very slow. And it's not exciting. The thing about lightsaber battles, if you watch Revenge of the Sith, and we're going to talk about this in 1 second, is that if you watch the lightsaber duels between Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, they're heated, they're strong, they're passionate, they're there. I mean, you can tell that Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor were really into that scene because they're so powerful, they're so energetic, and watching Rosario Dawson and Ahsoka is like, it's like she was just there to collect a paycheck. It's like, just give me the paycheck. Okay, swing around the sword. Yeah, I'll swing it. Here you go. Here you go. Where's my pay? She's just very uninspiring and she seems to be very uninspired. So no, it didn't work. I liked the show. Ahsoka. It was, of course, based on the Rebels cartoon. I liked the show. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't like Rosario Dawson in it because of the way. I like Rosario Dawson. She was great in Daredevil. I thought she was great in Daredevil, but she just did not pull off Ahsoka well. She looked like Ahsoka. It was good, but I thought that she was very, very slow, very dry, and she just was very uninspired. But Revenge of the Sith has come in and kicked the crap out of the current Star Wars, and I think that is good because current Star Wars sucks. I don't tend to watch current Star Wars. I want to keep the memories of my childhood, Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and Leia, all that stuff. I want to keep those. I want the fantasy to remain. I don't want the reality to set in of, because who knows, if they keep going the way they are, you are going to see someone using the restroom on Star Wars. And I don't want to see that. I don't want reality to be in Star Wars. I want to go and see a Saturday matinee. I want to live, in my childhood. I want to go and be excited and see the battles and the space battles and this. I don't care about putting sex in it because that's not where it lies. It's not where the fantasy is. Stop trying to normalize. Stop trying to, make Star Wars into this, this kind of drama where. And I get it. They're saying, oh, if you're watching Andor, then it's the intelligent Star Wars. No, it's not. And if I have to be non-intelligent to watch it, or to understand it, well, no. Or if I have to be intelligent to watch it, then I'm not going to be intelligent because I don't want intelligence I want fun, right? I want fun. Life's too short not to have fun. I don't want to have all this crap in Star Wars. Anyway, so Revenge of the Sith, a 20-year-old movie, comes in at $25.5 million over the weekend at the domestic box office in only 2,800 theaters. Now, not forgetting to mention, those 28 theaters most of those showed this movie on non-premium screens. So, premium screens are, the IMAX screens and all that are reserved for new releases. All right, this is considered it's considered a re-release, and it was put on non-standard screens. So you didn't get Revenge of the Sith on premium screening, whereas you'd see Until Dawn, you'd see I guess the top at the box office was Sinners. Got premium screening. Snow White was on premium screen. So if you compared Snow White as if it was shown on standard screens and not premium, Snow White would have done less than Star Wars. Star Wars did $9,100 per theater. Snow White did $10,000 plus per theater, but was on premium screens. If you had put Star Wars on premium screens, it would have beat the pants off of Snow White. So essentially, it did beat it if you compare it to, on an even keel. It's going to rain here now. But Star Wars also beat its own property, its own, its cousin, Andor. Andor is a $650 million show. That's what it cost to make. And it drew under 2 million views on its premiere, which is very, very sad. Andor it is so boring. I fell asleep. We watched the current 3 episodes that released yesterday. We watched them last night. Allie wanted to watch it, and I was like, and I fell asleep. I think I missed almost all of the second episode. I fell asleep during it. I had to go back and watch it. So boring. It is so boring. And it's an intelligent person, Star Wars. It's an intelligent well, then I'm not intelligent, because I found it to be completely boring. The last episode 6, was okay. All right, it had some action, it had some story, but it is just so. It's like, it's a political thriller. What? It's supposed to be Star Wars. I get it, but it just drags it out and drags it out and drags it out. Andor, and I'm like, okay, so I fell asleep. I don't know about you all if you watched it. I'm not gonna do spoilers, but it was, to me, in my opinion, it was completely boring, and Revenge of the Sith destroyed it. Revenge of the Sith just came back, a 20-year-old movie, and destroyed all that. So congratulations, Revenge of the Sith. I love classic Star Wars. To heck with current Star Wars. Don't want to watch it. Don't want to see it. Done with it. Over. Thank you, Revenge of the Sith, for coming in, and so Allie and we might go see it if it's still in theaters this weekend coming, but we'll see. I want to go see it again. I want to give it some of my money. There you go. But yeah, so that is Revenge of the Sith. 20 years old, beats down Snow White, beats down its own on Andor, and well deserved. Excellent. Now, what else do we have to talk about today? The Nintendo 2, they're saying, is going to break console launch records with up to possibly 6 million units being sold, which is more than the PlayStation 4 and 5, which means it would be the biggest console. It would break records, and it would be the biggest console launch release if it did so. That is the prediction. Of course, Nintendo Switch 2 sold out just about almost immediately. So if you got one, good on you. glad you got one. I haven't tried. Nothing there is going to just makes me want to run out and buy one. The only thing, as I said before, would be um, Donkey Kong. But now from what I understand, is that the Donkey Kong game isn't going to be a launch title now. It is now releasing in July. Maybe it wasn't ever going to be a launch title, but it is releasing in July instead of on launch, which is June 5th. Uh, so we'll see how that happens. And they might not arrive on time, according to some of the Nintendo bigwigs, that if you pre-ordered your Nintendo Switch, they might not arrive on June the 5th. And a lot of pre-orders at the big retailers like Walmart and Target, Best Buy, GameStop are being canceled because they sold too many. They overshot their inventory that they were supposed to have, or they're not getting their entire inventory because they're trying to fill orders in other places like Japan. 2.2 million sold there, or pre-orders. So they might be if you have a pre-order, keep your fingers crossed that it does not get canceled, because they are canceling pre-orders at random right now. So there you have it. We also have, let's see here. What else are we going to talk about? We got the new Lilo and Stitch movie. Now, Allie and I were watching this trailer. It is so funny, this trailer. Lilo and Stitch. I think we're going to go see it. It's coming out on Memorial Day this year. If you haven't seen the Lilo and Stitch live action trailer, it actually looks good. I think it's going to just destroy Snow White. And I kind of like the idea. I was telling Allie yesterday when we watched the trailer, I was like, you know what? I think that this is not going to have any of that crap in it that Snow White did. Like, oh, I can't be saved by a Prince Charming because he's a male and I'm my own person and this and that. All right, we get that, but that's not the story. Go be your own person somewhere else. Follow along the classic I was going to say Star Wars, the classic Snow White, and just tell the story, right? You would have been fine had you just followed along that and not went out and made it a mission to destroy a classic movie that people love by opening your mouth and saying these things as to So Lilo and Stitch is about a kid and an alien, and that's it. Hopefully there's none of this, love and sex and this and that. None of that stuff. I think they need to keep that out of it. They need to. I don't know what the terminology is. I'm not going to try. I think I tried to say it. I used the wrong terminology last time. I'm not going to say it is what it is. I'm just going to say that keep that stuff out of the movies, and the movie will be fine. We don't need to see it. Don't put stuff in movies that doesn't really need to be there. Just tell your story and have it apply to everyone. Don't single out certain certain areas just to be that person, right? Just make it available for everyone. I don't care, right? When it comes down to what you do in your own bedroom, in your own yard, I don't care. As long as you're happy, as long as it puts a smile on your face and you're not harming anyone else, I am all for it. I'll do in my yard what I want, right? You do in your yard what you want. As long as we have a really nice, happy neighborhood, I'm good to go, right? I'm good to go. But please don't start filling agendas, bringing your yard into a movie where it doesn't belong, where it does not fit, just to have your yard in the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we're using these kinds of, because it doesn't fit. It stands out. It makes it weird. And I don't care what it is. I wouldn't put my yard in a movie. And, just to have it there. It would have to move the story forward. But as long as, again, as long as you're happy, as long as you're smiling, and you're not hurting anyone, then live free and have fun. Life is supposed to be fun, and that's all that matters. But don't put things in movies just to put them there so you can be part of this crowd or that crowd. Uh, be part of the entire crowd. Be part of the whole crowd, and just tell a good story and move on. That's all we want, right? And Andor's not doing that. None of that is. Tell a good story, move along, and I think Lilo and Stitch could possibly do that. It is projected to be 100 million plus on its opening weekend, which is May 23rd. That is projected to be trending towards 100 million plus on its opening weekend. I would love to see that. Stitch, it looks very funny. It looks like it's a lot of laughs. Hopefully they're not showing all the good parts in the trailer, but it does look really, really funny and very endearing if you like Stitch. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they're correct and it is a great movie, and we'll probably go see it. We will. Um, Now, speaking of Disney movies, what about these movies that are taking liberties with, like, Winnie the Pooh and now Bambi? We have these IPs that have run out. The intellectual properties of Winnie the Pooh and and uh, Bambi and Mickey Mouse, all these things that are old. The oldest of the Walt Disney intellectual properties have run out, allowing people to use them for whatever. You can now use Bambi and Winnie the Pooh. You can create stories, you can make movies, and use them without being copyright tagged, because they are now they have aged out of that process. So we have seen Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, which is a rated R movie based on the Winnie the Pooh characters. Of course, it's blood and guts. And it's not for kids, and it's a horror movie. Now they have one coming out called Bambi: The Reckoning, where I guess this mother and son have a car wreck and they're lost in the woods, and Bambi is hunting them down for revenge for his mother. I mean, I kind of like it. As an animal activist, I kind of like the idea, but not Bambi. And it just looks stupid. I mean, however, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was made for $50,000 and made at the box office $5 million. So people are talking with their money. And that is, so, I don't know. What do you guys think about these kinds of movies coming to fruition, where you have your beloved characters, Winnie the Pooh and Bambi, that are, the equivalent of serial killers? That is the movies. Bambi: The Reckoning comes out in July. So there you have it. That is what's going on. Let us get to comments really quick here. We're going to see, are we on time? We are just about on time. We've got a quick comments. We've got Pink Rose saying great story, or good story, but sad on Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Great game so far. We have a new video coming out today that's got Al Pacino. Well, it looks like Al Pacino. I say it's Al Pacino. The title of the game is actually, Why is Al Pacino Taking Heads? That is coming out later today. You'll understand if you watch the video. It's got Al Pacino. What looks like Al Pacino. It's not Al Pacino. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's not Al Pacino. It just looks like him, which is weird. I even say it in the game. Like, is that Al Pacino? But yeah, it is a sad, it's a sad game, but hopefully you get some kind of retribution. That's the whole thing about games like that, is you get the sad startup premise, but then something changes. So we'll see what happens. Very fun game, very beautiful game, and I'm enjoying it so far. But new video on that coming out today. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Brendan McBride says, "Hi, Gray. Wow, a new game on Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Yeah, brand new game. I've been trying to stick to the same games, like No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is great. You know what I wish they did? I wish they put Star Wars No Man's Sky. They have, like, No Man's Sky, but the Star Wars version where all the planets are Star Wars related. You can go and dig up Jedi relics and that would be so cool. Um, But yeah, I have been trying new games. Allie and I have been playing Thunderfolk. Allie is such an amazing person. I mean, she takes the time to stop. She'll go and work a 12-hour day at work at the hospital, come home and sit down with me and play and record a Thunderfolk video. Even though she's dead tired and wants to go to bed, but she gets in the shower, comes out, and just plops down and is like, let's play and let's do your video, I'll help you and whatnot. And she's such a great person, even though I don't tell her that all the time. I actually pick on her, but just an amazing person. So yeah, Allie's great. But yeah, so we've been playing like different games. I've been trying to keep the same games going, like the games like No Man's Sky, where they have, because No Man's Sky is endless. So I just want to have people come to a channel where they have some familiarity, where you're gonna see the same stuff, and not keep changing games every day. Because then it's like I never get to finish a game because they change so often. If I hop from new game to new game, I never get to finish them because by the time I get halfway through, because on the channel I'm only usually recording half-hour videos. By the time I get halfway through the game, a new game has come out and I have to change it again. So I said, well, you know what? Let's just stick to games that are kind of, that are always going to evolve, but they aren't going to change. So that's where I'm at with that. But I had to play Claire Obscure because one of my family members is like, calls me up, you got to play this game. I'm like, then I said, I watched the reviews and they say it's a contender for Game of the Year for this year. And I was like, okay. We'll try it. And I have not been disappointed, so we're going to continue it. Gamer says, my grandson got to switch to young 20s into all kinds of gaming. That is amazing. Congratulations to your grandson. I hope he enjoys it. I hope he keeps his pre-order. I hope they don't cancel it. But congratulations to him. And I hope he does enjoy the Switch too. For those that got it, I hope you guys have a great time on it. I would enjoy playing some Donkey Kong, but that's awesome for your grandson. Awesome. What else do we have here? We got people saying happy Jedi Mind Trick Friday. Thank you all. Have a magical day. Thank you. And Pink Rose says, man, it sucks Until Dawn was trash. I was prepared to watch your playthrough even though I didn't like scary games or movies. I don't like them either. Honestly, I am not into those kinds of things. Well, but at least I don't have to sit through a scary gameplay. That's right. I did play about 5 hours. I uploaded the video. In fact, it's like on the channel right now. I just haven't put it on public. And I probably won't. I don't know. It's just, I created it. I made it so that people could compare it to the movie. But there's nothing to compare it to. The movie has absolutely nothing. Only a name alone and a couple of small Easter eggs and a cameo does Until Dawn have anything to do with the game. But other than that, they are vastly different. Plot line, everything else is all different. There's nothing that resembles Until Dawn, the game inside of Until Dawn, the movie. So I decided, well, that video is useless. I just wasted my time. So, yeah. All right, that is the comments for today. Thank you all. I appreciate it so much as always. Let's get to the pups today. What do we have here? We've got 2-year-old Titus surrendered in March because owner is working long hours and has no time. How about you piss right off, owner? that is no excuse. Do you honestly think that your dog, your 2-year-old dog, would prefer sitting behind a cage in a shelter full of dogs and cats that are crying because they're scared, and your dog, your lovely dog that you so welcomed into your home, where they're comfortable, where they have their own toys, where they have their own food and water, where they have their own comfy sofa? Do you honestly think they would prefer being in a shelter over that, even though you're not home? Do you think they give a rat's ass that you're home? Seriously. I know my dogs get angry when I leave. Okay, fine. They do. But when I come home after, being out somewhere, I open the door and they're all laying on the couch asleep. They could give a rat's butt where I'm at all day long. They could care less. I just no. That's wrong, and you're a complete dumbass, stupid person to think that your dog would prefer being in a loud, obnoxious shelter as opposed to being at home in a comfy home that they know and they love, and they have their toys and their food. And yeah, you're a dumbass. So to hell with you. So Titus is being reposted, 2 years old. Dog left heartbroken after family surrenders her to shelter because of new baby. You are a scumbag if you do this. Oh, we're having a new baby. Let's get rid of our dog and bring our dog that we say we love to a high-kill shelter to be murdered by the asshats at the shelter. You can piss right off. No. Because you have a baby doesn't give you reason to bring your dog, your pet that you took responsibility for, to a high-kill shelter to be murdered. You're a total scumbag and just disgusting. Just disgusting. I have raised my kids along with dogs the whole time. Never had a problem. Right? I've got 3 children, and I raised them alongside of dogs and cats and never had an issue. I don't get the idea. I've never had a time where it's like, oh, I've got a baby and a dog. I can't split my time. I don't have any time for the dog. You're stupid. Your time is not that full. Don't give me that bull crap. That, oh, I've got to hold this baby 24 hours. I can't put the baby down to let the dog out or throw a freaking ball for the dog. You're just full of crap. Full of it. I'm sorry, but your day is not that involved. All right? I have 3 children, and I have 3 dogs. Never had a problem with time for any of them. And if you think differently, you are completely stupid. Sorry to say. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry to say that. I'm not. So, there you have it. Asshat. What else do we have? We've got out-of-state adoption for last call for a puppy. 9 weeks old. Max. A1247087 in Dallas, Texas. Dallas Animal Services, 1818 North Westmoreland Road, Dallas, Texas, 75212. They can be reached at dasadopt@dallas.com. That is David Allen Stephen, adopt@dallas.gov. Or go to the shelter. The shelter is on 1818 North Westmoreland Road in Dallas, Texas. The shelter hours are 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., except for Saturday and Sunday, where they are 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. That is Dallas Animal Services for a 9-week-old puppy that they're going to kill. You can adopt out of state. And 9 weeks old for this little baby. They're going to kill a baby. Jeez, you guys are terrible. Terrible. Just horrible. That is in Dallas, Texas. 9 weeks old for Max. Number A1247087. Please help out Max in Dallas. We've got Almond, who's been at NYCACC. It says for 7 months. I've never seen a dog last that long at NYCACC. They're at Manhattan, or she's at Manhattan, 3 years old. Her name is Almond. She's beautiful. She's vaccinated, microchipped, and spayed and neutered. 210131 is Almond's ID. She is a beautiful girl. Oh, what a beauty. She's so beautiful. And is a nice pup that needs she needs a home. So please help Almond. Roxy. Roxy is at San Antonio. That is ACS Rescue. That's Alan Christopher Stephen Rescue Foster at sanantonio.gov. The phone number is 210-207-669 if you want to foster this beautiful dog. They separated her from her babies. What a bunch of cruel pieces of crap to separate her from her babies. Beautiful and protective dog, Mom Roxy. Number A751350. She's crying for her 5 babies, and they're going to kill them all. She's 2 years old. You bunch of scumbags in San Antonio are going to kill this dog and her puppy. They're beautiful puppies, too. You guys are... and then to separate them before. What a bunch of heartless pricks, I'm telling you. Just disgusting. Disgusting. And finally, we have got Lancaster. That's Los Angeles. We have a Doberman. Doberman is number or ID A5695733. About 10 months old at Lancaster, which is in Los Angeles Animal Control. The number is 661-940-4191. That is for a beautiful Doberman female, 10 months old. She is a beautiful dog. If you want her, please call Los Angeles Animal Control at 661-940-4191 and give them her ID, which is A5695733 for a Doberman, 10 months old. What a beauty. And I'm reposting. Please reshare. You could win $25. And that, my friends, is going to do it for today. May the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day. Star Wars, beautiful, beautiful. Just awesome having Star Wars in Dreamlight Valley. I'm sure there's more to come. I mean, you know it's going to be successful because it's just Star Wars. Probably Marvel becoming eventually too. If they can make money on it, they'll probably do it. So anyway, please make sure you are sharing the post on my X and go and visit your local animal shelter. Make sure you have a magical day today. Be the best human being that you can be today. Don't be as good as you're going to be tomorrow, but be better than you were yesterday. I'll see you all later. And Claire Obscure. Go check out Al Pacino.